Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to watch Shadowhunters Season 3, Episode 15, To the Night Children. I'm a day late getting to this because life, I need to watch it, let's go. How has she manipulated everybody so easily?
Time to rule.
You sure if you want everyone to get wiped out, brilliant
To the
plan.
night children.
How are they all this gullible and stupid? They have survived and thrived by following the rules.
To keep vampires in the shadows. Things are gonna be different now.
The reason you go into the shadows is because you literally cannot go in the sun. Hate to break it to you. Magnus. Have you talked to Alec yet?
Rules, they're suggestions. What?
We've never seen this, like, canteen area before.
Clary. What happened with Jonathan wasn't your fault.
He's still.
We'll find him. Promise.
It's not going to be that easy, but I wish it would be.
Data chip inside Greenlaw's stomach.
This is not the place to talk about it, Izzy. There's too many people around.
It's gonna take me some time to crack.
Let us know.
Hands
Siblings.
off my bacon.
You know exactly what table will take you and be happy, and screw the rest of the Shadowhunters because they look down on Jace when they've demon blood. And
You're living with us for a little while.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the Institute,
yeah,
Magnus.
welcome. This family love each other. You're part of it. And you took Jason.
I can see why.
You can magic a better breakfast. Yeah. Magnus! Talk to your boyfriend.
Don't worry about me, kiddo.
She's going to worry about you.
Pleading guilty.
Luke, that is the stupidest thing to do because you weren't there at the time of the murder.
Who are you trying to protect?
An entire world that you don't have any idea
I need
about.
to face the consequences of my actions.
It wasn't your
Not
fault,
gonna be a
Luke.
slap.
Vampires killing werewolves. This is how wars start, Izzy.
Oh, tell me you don't believe her.
Yeah, Alec, come on.
Simon's.
Jace.
Can I please get another chance?
She's playing on your guilt,
I'm
and
not. She didn't tell you?
she's so manipulative. I'm so sick of her. Can she accidentally trip and fall on a stake?
If we give you
Your transport's on its way.
It's very kind of him to hold the door open for that long. They would have had a lot of issues if you don't open the door after he finished speaking.
He's gonna take the punishment for someone else's crime.
It's kind of like a callback to season 1 when Jason Clary was sneaking
Actually,
around
I do.
into prison cells to
I
see
left
Luke.
my pack.
Not prison cells, interrogation rooms.
These have choices, Clary.
But you had no way of knowing
If I'd
that
been at the jail
it was
door
going to
when
lead to
vampires
that.
attacked, who knows? Maybe things would have ended differently.
Or maybe you'd be
Yeah.
dead too.
maybe we would have lost you too.
Yeah, Jason and I will see we're in sync.
And I abandoned them.
So now you're just gonna.
They forced you to abandon them, so they made you choose.
I need my dad.
Oh.
Yo, Herondale.
Hey, Lee. Hey. We don't have a choice.
That's not true.
It is true.
After what?
To me, she's worth everything. And I'm pretty
And
sure
what would you
she
say
would
if it was
agree.
someone that
If it
you
wasn't
cared
for
about?
Clary, Valentine would have murdered your mother at the guard.
Mm-hmm.
You both owe her.
Don't mess with Jace when it comes to Clary. And like, I get Alien's point, but if it was like someone she cared about, Heidi has played as masterfully. She wasn't there.
Whoever did this.
Just trip and fall on a stake already.
Yeah, of your duty.
And what you did was pretty horrific. You say Aileen to like kill Clary to kill Jonathan. Clary, this isn't you. I mean, Aileen was being a bit of a bitch, but this is not you.
I need to be alone.
You should let someone come with you. By someone I mean Jace.
Can you really do that?
We'll find out.
This is not a very fast response in this hospital.
Your handsome friend took care of everything.
Underhill?
You think he's handsome?
I guess.
Sometimes
Wait, you're jealous.
I don't get jealous.
You're jealous. You're actually jealous.
I have never gotten jealous. This is not
Just admit it.
answer. Be right there.
Oh dear, what's this going to do to Magnus?
Magnus is on the way. Maya?
Actually no, if Maya's going to go kill Heidi, I'm all for it. There's lots of callbacks again. Maya's like stalking someone through a hospital.
All she needs is a little time to get her head straight.
This is so weird. It's like Jace is normally in the book. I mean, okay, in this plot in the book, it was Jace people were worrying about, and now Jace has got to do the worrying. Isn't this the exact same spot Jace went to when he was having owl issues. Ugh. I'm scared for you, Clary. Because of the books.
I was worried about.
Any closer, I will call the Institute.
Shouldn't you have done that already?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you
It's the rune.
destined to be together? Our meeting here tonight proves it.
It's a damn rune.
You love me. I know a part of you wants to.
The rune part of her.
No part of me wants anything to do with
Exactly. The rune will cause impulses and things if it's like the books. What did she inject herself with?
What's happening?
Whoa.
I injected myself with holy water.
Haha.
Does nothing to werewolves, but vampires? That it feels a lot like silver poisoning.
I feel no remorse.
I'll see you in hell.
I mean, Maya didn't technically need to do that because the Clay were about to arrest her, but I support it still. Maya. Heidi was irritating. Please talk to Jace. I mean, Jace has been through things along this line. Clary. Jonathan is the one who likes to put his hand into fire. She's definitely succumbing to the rune. No normal person would be like, yes, my sister's burning her hand. Jace, this is a very different thing. You don't normally go through this, you're normally on the other side of it. It's a different type of suffering. See, Clay's were happy for 2 episodes. That was all they get. And they weren't even happy for all of those.
We need to get you to the Silent Brothers.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's a good plan. It didn't end up working out well for you in the books, but I'm sure it'll work out better for Clary. I feel bad for Raphael, but at the same time, you know, what he did was despicable.
That doesn't make this okay, Maya.
It's one of those hard ones.
There's
I
a
mean, I'm
system
glad
for a
Raphael is out of the show.
And if we keep breaking the rules, what makes us better than
But-
her?
It's weird, like, I don't think, like, I would never speak to Maya again over this, but at the same time, I do sort of think she probably should have checked that the Clave weren't going to sort it out first.
Only if I get my own walk-in closet.
You mean that?
Of course.
Magnus, your nose. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is why you tell people when you start having symptoms early on. Oh my god. Oh, Magnus, I really was hoping he was going to talk to Alec before it got that desperate, before the situation got that intense, but it's a TV show, so of course he wasn't going to. I'm very stressed, but I fully believe Magnus will A, be okay, and B, will get his magic back. I feel like maybe we'll have to revisit his father in Edom, because maybe he can do something that will just give Magnus his magic back, or make it so that Magnus' body will accept it, but I'm very stressed for Magnus. I'm glad he and Alec are going to live together though. I think that's really sweet. I liked Magnus's breakfast at the Institute because our little group, our little family, were just like kind of surprised that he was there, because it is against protocol, and Alec is quite I mean, think about Alec in season 1 would not even bend the protocols. And also I just, you know, they were not previously aware that Magnus was going to be there, but they were all supportive of it and, you know, welcoming of him, and just, that was nice. I love my little family all together. Then we have Maya. See, I'm so torn because Heidi is a character that has irritated me more or less since she existed. Partly, I guess, because she kind of felt like she's not from the books. I mean, she's kind of similar to Maureen from the books, but she's not from the books. And I don't mind that so much. It's not like the fact that she's not from the books, but I felt like she was an extra character that kept causing problems that were taking me away from the things I was more interested in, the characters I was more interested in. I think the way they dealt with her is going to pose some interesting dilemmas for the characters, because it's kind of everything Heidi has done in a way the Clave quite likely would have killed her. So Maya killing her, was that just... I mean, we saw last season all those people that got going to be executed with Clary, you know. Heidi had caused the deaths of lots of werewolves, she'd attacked mundanes, you know, she'd done a lot of bad things. I imagine the Clave would have killed her anyway. Or tortured and experimented on her. So in that sense, Maya took justice into her hands. Now what she could have done is waited to see, you know, we had Alec and Simon, they were there with Magnus, they were gonna arrest Heidi, they had the proof they needed, and they could have done it legally. So I'm not like how dare Maya do that? And I think also from an emotional standpoint, you know, Heidi orchestrated her entire pack being massacred. I hope Bat's okay, because Bat was at work, right? But her whole pack got murdered. She got forced into that claustrophobic space. She almost lost her first love. You know, that was a very traumatic experience for Maya. So Maya then wanting to kill Heidi, I do not blame her. And like she said, you know, she didn't technically kill Heidi. Heidi fighting her, Heidi attacking her is what killed Heidi. If Heidi had just said, I'm not going to fight you, Maya, I'm better than you. I mean, not that that would have been better, but you know, if Heidi had just, you know, tried to take the high horse and zoomed off, she would be alive right now, ready to be arrested. So I don't personally think like that's going to make me hate Maya forever, but I definitely can see why it shocked Simon. And yeah, I think obviously he didn't go through the same experience Maya did, and I don't think again it's going to mean that no one ever likes Maya ever again, but it's definitely going to mean adjustment. Luke, he needs to just get over himself. I say that with love. I love Luke and I completely understand why he feels the need to be punished for abandoning his pack. But there's more pressing things going on right now, you know. His daughter is losing herself to the rune she could do with her father, as she said. And I love that Clary said she knew to her dad. Like, obviously it's almost an unspoken thing that is their relationship, and she just kind of outright said it. I don't know where they're going to go with this, with Luke. Maybe Maris can help him out somehow. But yeah, I kind of just want Luke to be out. Maybe he and Maya and Bat can form like their own little baby pack. Yeah, so that was, we didn't see too much of that, but I feel for Clary because I feel like she's going through a lot right now, and the last thing she needed was for that to be something else thrown onto her plate. Then we have Aileen, who, again, interestingly, the Penhallows in the show are much less nice than the Penhallows in the books. You know, Gia Penhallow is great in the books. I love her. In the show, she's awful. And Aileen, you know, I get her anger. I get you know, her cousin who she was close to in the show. He was killed by Jonathan, and Clary kind of let him go. But I think the way she was with Clary, you know, what that first punch Clary landed was kind of like she brought it on herself, and then obviously the rune and everything, but I like that she didn't turn Clary in. I think Jace is going to have some struggles when Clary, if it follows the book, when Clary does join Jonathan, when Clary does kind of feel swayed into Jonathan, because of these things, because people already don't trust her. But that was kind of like when in the books Jace got swayed into being with Jonathan. There were people who said, oh, he's a traitor, oh, he's just run off and joined his brother and he's loving it because he's Valentine's son, and our characters had to kind of fight to prove that he was innocent, and I feel like that was similar. It's just such a fascinating experience for me watching Jace be on the other side of this, because even in this show, you know, we had all the stuff with him being drawn to Valentine, him with being Al. It's always been Jace in this position, and in the books, I mean, in the books is literally just he feels a little bit of a, because in the books, Maris in the second book kicks him out because he's Valentine's son and she didn't know, and she does it out of some weird way to protect him from the Inquisitor, but basically from his point of view she kicks him out and tells him that he's not part of the family anymore. He knows all the Shadowhunters view him as Valentine's son, he thinks he's in love with his sister, he's in a very bad place, and he feels like maybe the only place I'm safe is with Valentine, maybe that's where I fit in. So he feels a bit swayed towards that, and then it's in the 4th and 5th book that he gets possessed by this rune gradually over the 4th book, and then in the 5th book he is completely under Jonathan's sway essentially. So, and it was Clary desperate to help him, Clary trying to be there for him, and all the others caring about him and trying to be there for him, and it's so fascinating watching Jace do something that he never does in the book. In the book it is always him suffering in the way Clary is suffering, and it's really hard to watch Jace suffer in a whole new way that I previously had not gone through Jace suffering. I love Clay so much, you know. I knew last episode when we had most of, like, by most of an episode, we had, like, you know, the beginning, they were just beautiful. Obviously it wasn't going to last because this show, Clays don't get to be happy for 5 seconds. But their love will be strong enough to fight through this. Jace will fight for her. I just can't, I'm so intrigued where they're taking this plotline, because there are so many strands of it that are like the book, and there are so many strands of it that are complete their own thing, and I don't like Jonathan. And then Raphael, I think, it's weird because what they had him do to Heidi was quite extreme. There was no real way to justify just wanting to be in the sun, and I know it was things like he wanted to be in the sun to be with his sister, he wanted to go to her funeral, but even so, like, that doesn't justify what he did to Heidi. He didn't even have the justification of saying that, you know, she wasn't a murderer when she was a human. So I think he does deserve punishment for what he did. I think maybe the Clave's a little OTT with their punishments. Maybe he doesn't quite deserve Clave punishments. But he does, I mean, he deserves some kind of recompense. And in a way, probably serving the community in Denver was an okay punishment. But anyway, I mean, not like obviously he was enjoying it, but you know what I mean? Like, kind of, he wasn't living a life of luxury in a penthouse like he used to. He was kind of being more useful to society. But I don't know. I think it's not going to be the last we see of Raphael. But it's a weird, they painted themselves into a weird corner in the show because they made Raphael such a likeable character, much more likeable than he ever was in the books. and yet now they've made him do this thing that he, yeah, it's a mess. But I'm very worried about Clary, and I'm very worried about Jace, and that's me, so thank you for watching.